I wonder if they made Moby Dick into a manga series yet. That would make reading this so much easier. What the hell? What is that? What the hell is that?
Now, Jess, you know good and well that if Master Melville were to make a manga series of Moby Dick, it would be far more fanciful than just mere whaling.
What the hell happened to you? You know what? No, never mind. I don't want to know. Actually, I'm glad you're here, Professor. Maybe you can enlighten me on what the heck this book is trying to tell me.
Of course. Now, understanding that Moby Dick can be a bit of a challenging read, as it is written almost entirely in the vernacular of a mariner. So the important thing to note is that whaling is essential to their life. Without it, everything would fall apart. So, that being said... I beg your pardon? Asking for my help and then promptly ignoring me? What's that about?
Sorry, voice, but I have a hard time focusing on this stuff. And, I mean, isn't it that, like, we have a link that if you know something, I know something?
Well, it's not that simple, Jess. It's... Wait. What's that?
Drifting dragons? Sounds pretty cool. Do you know it?
I have a feeling this will answer a lot of your questions.
Give me a second.
Well, that was a truly wonderful representation of the bygone age of whaling. Most enjoyable. Top program, top... What are you doing?
Why is no one talking about the show? There's nothing on Facebook, there's nothing on Instagram, there's nothing on Snapchat, there's nothing on Twitter, there's nothing on freaking TikTok, there's no cosplays on TikTok, there's not even a Wattpad fan fiction, for God's sake! Why is no one talking about this show?
Was that even English?
Okay, quick summary. Steampunk style, sky whaling with dragons.
I'll allow it, since that's not entirely inaccurate, but perhaps a bit more detail is needed. Much like in Melville's work, this world of dragon hunting is quickly established as a major focal point of the economy and life in general. Our show opens strongly in episode 1, with our main characters aboard the airship Quinzaza, taking down a dragon befitting of a Lovecraftian horror.
While the first episode introduces us to many of the members of the ship, the primary focus is on Mika, a seasoned dragon hunter, or draker as the show calls them, and Takeda, the adorable newbie.
Would the airship equivalent to sea legs be airhead?
Only if it's blue raspberry. Anyway, they take down the dragon and immediately break it down to sell. Off the meat, the bone, the oil, everything.
Again, much like in the whaling days of old, many parts of the creature are used as essential pieces. Everything from commercial to medicinal.
Though no time to celebrate a good haul, as another dragon attack is happening a town over, so off we go again!
Here we get a much better understanding of the mentality of the Drakers, the camaraderie of the shipmates, and the dedication to the work at hand.
By dedication, we mean Mika and his ravenous hunger for dragon meat is unnerving at best.
Oh, indubitably.
This man will risk life and limb just to preserve some flavor. But when you look at the food on the show, stealing the words out of Voice's mouth, I'll allow it.
Hey. I'll allow it. This leads us into episode 2, or as I like to subtitle it, The Flying MacGuffin.
This episode focuses mainly on a small pet-sized dragon that got lost on the ship. That's really it. We get to meet a few other characters in greater detail, like Gerard, but other than that, the real highlight of this episode is, again, the food! This show is like Miyazaki. It has steampunk, it has nature, it has food that makes you want to wish you were living there. You know what? Screw it. When the government realizes how to open anime portals, screw My Hero, screw Pokemon, screw Danganronpa, I am going to go fly with dragons because, gosh dang it, Mika is my spirit animal. Where the hell are you going?
Believe it or not, that leads us into episode 3 already. Oddly enough, this is the most unique of the 3 episodes. This one does something that many good shows do. Creates a lore within its own lore.
In episode 3, the ship ends up flying into a storm, but just as hope seems lost to survive the tempest, the ship comes across something that no one would have expected.
A luck dragon!
Actually, they call it a glittering dragon, and the belief among some sailors is that they led you to safety. And sure enough, they fly on to clear skies.
And so skyward we go, into the rest of a truly spectacular season.
This show was so good, and I need a season 2!
Well, now that you have a better understanding of the world of Moby Dick, I think we can call it a day.
By the way, Professor, before you go, where did you crash?
Well, I'm not rightly sure, but I am grateful for a large amount of plushed animals to catch me.
The room you crashed in, it didn't happen to have a bunch of anime posters on the wall, did it?
Indeed.
That's my room.
Take care!
Get back in!